Canada confirms $3,100 for seniors. The voice drops to a whisper, urgent and conspiratorial. If you're over 65, listen close because what we're about to reveal could change everything you thought you knew about your future. The government's been holding out on you, but the secret's out now, and it's coming straight to your wallet. Stay with us, because in the next few minutes, we're peeling back the curtain on a financial lifeline you didn't even know was yours. $3,100, confirmed, locked in, and waiting. But here's the kicker, not everyone's getting it. Are you one of the chosen? Let's find out right now. Canada's Old Age Security OAS. It's not just some dusty government program anymore. It's your ticket to breathing easier, to paying those bills without that knot in your stomach, to maybe even treating yourself for once. The latest update. It's big. It's bold. And it's got $3,100 with your name on it if you qualify. But don't relax just yet. There's a twist coming, something the government isn't shouting from the rooftops, and we're going to dig into it together. Ready? Let's start with the basics. Who gets this money, and why it matters to you. You're 65 or older, sitting at your kitchen table, maybe sipping that morning coffee, thinking about how the month's going to stretch. You've earned every wrinkle, every gray hair, and now Canada's saying, we see you. The OAS isn't new, but this $3,100 boost. That's the game changer. It's not a rumor, not a maybe, it's confirmed, straight from the top. The government's calling it a lifeline for seniors, a way to keep up with prices that just won't quit climbing. Rent's up, groceries are through the roof, and don't even get me started on heating bills. But here's the good news, if you're eligible, this money's coming your way, no strings attached. Well, almost no strings. We'll get to that in a second. First, let's talk about who's in and who's out, because that's where the suspense kicks in. Are you on the list? Are you sure? Let's break it down, step by step, so you know exactly where you stand. Okay, here's the first thing you need to know, age matters. If you're 65 or older as of today, April 7, 2025, you're in the game. That's the starting line. Born in 1960 or earlier. You're golden. But if you're 64, still counting down the days to that big birthday, you're going to have to wait a little longer. Don't groan just yet, there's more to this story, and it's worth sticking around for. So, you're 65 or up, great. Next question, are you a Canadian citizen or a legal resident? This isn't just for the folks born under the maple leaf. If you've been living here legally, calling Canada home, you might still qualify. The government's not shutting the door on you if you've put down roots. But here's where it gets interesting. How long have you been here? That's the next piece of the puzzle, and it's a big one. If you've been in Canada for at least 10 years since you turned 18, you're looking good. Less than that? Well, we've got some digging to do, and I promise, there's a twist coming that'll make your jaw drop. This $3,100 isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. The OAS has always been about giving you a base to lean on, but this latest update cranks it up a notch. The regular OAS payment, as of right now, sits around $713 a month if you're 65 to 74. Hit 75 or older, and it jumps to about $784 a month. That's the foundation. But this $3,100, it's not just your monthly check, it's a special boost, a one-time shot in the arm that seniors across the country are buzzing about. Some are saying it's a lump sum, others think it's spread out over the year. The government's playing it coy, and that's where the suspense comes in. We've got sources, credible ones, saying it's tied to inflation, to rising costs, to making sure you're not left scrambling. But here's the catch, your income's going to play a role. Too much cash rolling in, and they might claw some of it back. Too little, and you could get even more. Confused yet? Don't worry, we're walking through this together. So, let's say you're 67, you've been in Canada since you were a kid, and you're pulling in a modest pension, maybe $30,000 a year. You're probably getting that full $713 a month, and this $3,100 is yours to claim. But if you're raking in, say, $90,000 from investments or a fat retirement fund, the OAS starts to shrink. There's this thing called the clawback. Sounds sinister, doesn't it? And it kicks in if your income's over about $86,000 a year. For every dollar above that, they take back 15 cents of your OAS. Do the math, and you might still get something, but not the full whack. Now, here's where your pulse might pick up. What if you're right on the edge? What if you're not sure where you stand? That's the cliffhanger we're leaving you with for a moment, because there's a secret weapon in this update, something the government slipped in quiet like, and it could mean more money than you ever expected. That $3,100 figure, it's not a typo, not a tease. It's real, and it's based on the chatter coming out of Ottawa. The regular OAS is already a lifeline, about $8,556 a year if you're 65 to 74, or $9,408 if you're 75 and up. This $3,100. It's on top of that, a bonus to help you through 2025's rough waters. Some say it's a one-time payment hitting your bank account soon. Others swear it's spread out, maybe $258 extra a month for the next year. The government's latest update, hot off the press as of April 2025, promises clarity, but they're still ironing out the details. What we do know, it's tied to seniors like you, the ones who've paid into the system, who've earned this break. But here's the question buzzing in your mind: when's it coming? And how do you make sure you don't miss out? Hold tight, we're getting there, and the answer's going to light a fire under you. Now, let's talk about the latest government moves, because this is where the plot thickens. Back in 2022, they bumped up OAS by 10% for anyone 75 and older, called it a permanent increase. Seniors cheered, but if you were 65 to 74, you might have felt left out in the cold. Fast forward to today, and this $3,100 feels like Canada's way of saying, we haven't forgotten you. Trending chatter online, folks are calling it a response to inflation, to the way your grocery bills doubled since the pandemic. The feds aren't blind, they see the headlines, they hear the grumbling. So, they've confirmed this boost, and it's rolling out in 2025. Exact dates still fuzzy. Some say June, others whisper December. Suspense is building, isn't it? You're probably wondering, do I need to apply, or does it just show up? That's the million-dollar question, or, well, the $3,100 question, and we're about to crack it wide open.